Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charleston, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. We got another episode for you guys today, so just put on your seatbelt. Make sure you go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, y'all are fully aware that I have to watch all of the major sports shows to kind of stay abreast of what's happening in the sports world. I have to watch all of these shows to really know what's going on and really also to know what's being said. You're watching shows and you're reading articles. You do it every day, right? That's how you stay abreast with what's happening. But whenever I watch the show, First Things First, it usually is very difficult. Of all of the shows that I watch, that's the one I enjoy the least. The reason why I enjoy why I don't enjoy watching First Things First is because of Nick Wright, man. Nick Wright is always up there saying some nonsense, man. He's always up there saying, he rarely gives a take in which I agree with. He rarely gives a take because all of his takes have some type of agenda and all of this. So a lot of the stuff that he says, just really kind of irks me. But I'm not the only one, because it seems as if all too often, Nick Wright is saying things that even his own co-hosts are sitting there scratching their head like, what is this guy saying? We've done about 2 or 3 videos over the past week or so where various people on this show have basically stopped him right in his tracks. Like, bro, stop. First it was Chris Broussard, then it was Rick Bucher, and now again, it's Chris Broussard. Because yesterday, I was listening to the show, I was watching a segment on the show, and Nick Wright he said something, and you're just like, it caused even Chris Broussard to stand up and say, just stop it. Just stop it. That's exactly how the guy said it. So let me quickly give you guys the backdrop and the context of what we're talking about. Essentially, what they were talking about was this. Draymond Green made the comments saying he would want to be there to see LeBron James pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points scored in NBA history. He said that if he was at a game or he had a game for that day, he would tell his coach, Coach, I'm not going to be able to play today's game because I got to go see LeBron James make history. So that was the backdrop of what they were discussing. And then they were having a back and forth. So before we go too far, I want to play the exchange between Nick Wright and Chris Broussard. And we're going to come back and give you guys our thoughts. Take a listen to, the exchange here, and we'll come back here and give you guys our thoughts. Take a listen to that.
I think, though, if LeBron goes into the game, more than 32 points away, I think that it's hard to thread that needle. You know what I mean? I think that it's but I have a solution here. And I have no problem with what Draymond said. It'll be one of the biggest moments in NBA history, but there's going to be, men yelling at clouds such as Broussard that would. So, because what this comment, before I give my solution, I'm going to tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of Tiger at the Masters, his last major victory, when he comes off the 18th. And so many of the other players stuck around to greet him at the end. And there was like a reception. And it was a moment for Tiger, but also kind of, a thank you for from those players to Tiger, because he raised the water and raised the golf economy in a similar way LeBron has done for the NBA. So here's the solution. When you guys meet with Adam, you need to tell Adam, when LeBron's a game away, they cancel all the other games. And you have all of NBA royalty there. Dude. What? What? Dude, what? Dude, if LeBron is 14 points away, it should be a standalone. Wilds, you say all the time that in entertainment and sports and media, it's about creating an event. That you once upon a time made who's going to be on the cover of Madden, a months-long thing. The NBA, you want the regular season to matter, you want people to be paying attention, should make the beginning of next year a daily countdown to the most hallowed record in sports falling. And when it's going to fall, the whole NBA world stops.
The most hallowed record in sports.
Active top 70.
Hallowed record.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I'm sorry, what is? Tell me what is.
Not the home run record? It's not the home run record?
What is the home run record?
Stop it.
Oh, that's a great one these days? Oh, I thought Barry Bonds ruined all of that. No. Tell me what the most hallowed. It used to be the home run record. Not anymore. Nobody even knows the number.
Record.
Which one? 73 in a season? Nobody gives a damn about that.
Yeah.
No, that's not. That is all tainted. That record's not even in the Hall of Fame.
What's the number? What's the number of Kareem's points? How many points Kareem?
Unfortunately, we are not able to show you the video because we don't own the rights to the video. What I wanted you to see, what we would have liked for you to see, is the total disgust on Chris Broussard's face towards the end when Nick Wright was talking. That's what we wanted to show you. Again, I don't really understand why FS1 continues to trot out this guy on a daily basis to talk about sports. It's something that really confounds me. Really, because so let me get this straight. If I understood Nick Wright correctly, essentially what Nick Wright is saying is this. If the NBA scoring title, right, for the most points scored by any other player, if that is the biggest record in sports, essentially what Nick Wright is saying is that Karl Malone, Michael Jordan, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for all this time have been better than his favorite player of all time in LeBron James, because these guys had more points. So therefore, if they had more points scored than LeBron, then they were better than LeBron. Because if that's not what you're saying, then why are you putting so much of an emphasis on the all-time scoring leader in NBA history? This is what happens when you're dealing with Nick Wright. He weaves together like it's like a ball. It's like a yarn ball. The when you have the yard when you're sewing, it's like a ball comprised of like threads of stupidity. And whenever he talks, you're trying to untangle it. It's just a bunch of nonsense. Nick Wright will say anything in order to prop up LeBron James, period, end of story. He is not concerned with being consistent, coherent, none of that. He's like, what can I say to convince people in any given moment, of course, to drive ratings, to be able to irk people enough to get people up in arms, because of course it's going to make a lot of money. So let me just say it. I don't believe he believes half of the things that he's saying. Nick Wright, if you believe that by LeBron capturing the all-time score, then basically you're saying that Karl Malone and these guys have been better than LeBron James all this time. But that's totally ridiculous. How do I know this? Because in 2016, when he made his debut on FS1, he was on Undisputed with Chris Carter. The show is out there, the segment is out there, and he said that LeBron James had already surpassed Michael Jordan in 2016. LeBron hadn't even passed Kobe Bryant in scoring at that time. That is what he said then. So why are you all of a sudden putting this big emphasis on the all-time scoring leader in NBA history? Again, you can only get this kind of stuff over fools. There are a bunch of people out there that listen to what this guy has to say and they gobble it up, man. They eat it up. They love it. What happens is they go there, they watch this nonsense, they gobble it up. You come here, you get an opposing view, and they ask me, why am I talking about LeBron James? I wonder, the same people that asked me this question, do you guys go to Nick Wright and comment under the comment section or under the Shannon Sharp videos and say, why do you talk about LeBron? I don't like it. Of course you wouldn't. You have no problem with them saying nice things about the guy. The moment that you see somebody else saying something different, all of a sudden, why are you talking about it? It's not that I'm talking about him a lot. It's that what I'm saying is not positive all the time. That's the issue. Has nothing to do with the fact that I talk about him a lot. These people talk about LeBron 24/7. Name a day on ESPN or on FS1 where they don't discuss LeBron. They talk about him every single day because they make money off of him. And you guys have no problem. Why you doing? Cut it out. This guy will say whatever it takes to convince people that somehow LeBron is on Jordan's level. I'm going to say this. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. It can irk you. You can feel any type of way about it. It's just the bloody truth. The distance between Michael Jordan and LeBron James is like the distance between heaven and earth. These gentlemen are not peers. They're not peers. I'm sorry to break it to you. One guy is in a classroom by himself, and the other guy is in a completely different country trying to find his class. They're not in this. I'm sorry. You cannot tell me that they're close. A guy that three-peated 2 times. Jordan three-peated 2 times. To another guy that hasn't even been able to three-peat once and has played with way more all-stars. You guys are, the entire thing is a joke. And I'm not going to get off of it. You know why? I will relent. I will stop making these type of videos when Nick Wright stops saying that type of crap. If it is okay for him to say that, it's okay for me to say it. You know why? Because there has to be a balance. You cannot curtail my message and tell me, oh, you can't put a muzzle on me. It's a free world. I have the right to say what I think, and you have the right to watch or not watch. It is that simple. But if you're going to come here every day and watch, stop whining and complaining, please. Like, cut it out. So these are my thoughts, and I'm so happy that Chris Broussard was able to say something in that moment. Because had he not said anything, he would have said that thing. He would have been, he would have been challenged. And some people watching that would have been like, yeah, I get it, man. Yeah, it's the biggest record ever. And LeBron's going to get it. He's going to have it. He's going to be the man. Thank God he said something. Because if he didn't, it would have been another moment where Nick Wright said some nonsense and nobody checked him for it. Thank you, Chris Broussard, for doing it. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't know how Chris Broussard, I don't know how he does it. He must have a high level of tolerance, man, for BS.